Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. As always, I'm one of your hosts on this great show, MattyBets, joined by my partner in crime over here.
BigAL Bettor, how you doing tonight, Matt?
Doing good, man, doing good. I feel like I say the same thing every day, but genuinely, I am doing good. Me and my wife, we're
I think
closing
you
up.
do.
We're closing on a house here the next week and a half. We're gonna have a new layout and a new screen behind me, if you want to call it that, new backdrop for me. We're getting settled in there, so always just good vibes on the channel. Channel's growing. We got NBA, NFL. It's just a great time to be alive for us. What say you?
I would concur, my friend. I would concur. As Matt. You hit one teaser, next thing you know, you're buying a house. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Where's your mansion though? Or your villa, over on the ocean? I
We
know
were
you
one
you hit
teaser
three in a
away, and
row.
then the Jets screwed me. So now we're back in the small room.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. You know what we do. You know what we're talking about today. We're talking about Sunday Night Football, Week 9. We got the Colts at the Vikings. Primetime football for my Indianapolis Colts. First of two, because I believe next week is also prime time against the Jets. It's either next week or the week after, week
Mm.
11, I think. But tonight we're talking about Colts and Vikings. I'll let you take it away with how you think the game's going to go, and then I'll jump in after you.
Okay, it should be a good game. If you guys have paid attention to the news, you guys know Anthony Richardson got benched. They're starting Joe Flacco. He's a veteran Super Bowl winning quarterback, so that should up their offense a little bit. And I don't think Joe Flacco. Matt can correct me if I'm wrong because he's a big Colts fan, but I don't think Joe Flacco got to play a ton with a healthy Jonathan Taylor.
No, you did not.
So that should be quite the. It'll be exciting to see what the Colts can do with a quarterback that can make the right decision and get the throws, and then also a full complementary running game. So I'm excited for it. The spread is 5 points. Over under set at 46.5, at least on DraftKings. I like the +5 with the Colts. Um, the Vikings, I think they can come in and win the game, but I don't know if they're going to be able to win the game by more than 5. And I like Flacco. I like Taylor. Uh, but I think this game goes over. I think the only way the Colts win is if this is a high scoring game. I can't see them winning a low scoring game with how bad their defense is.
Yeah, well said. I'm right there with you on the Colts. For FanDuel, we get them at 5.5, and then
Okay.
over under is set at 46.5, like you said. So over under, we're
Okay.
still right there with each other. But yeah, the only difference there is an extra half point for the Colts there. And I'm also on the Colts too. I think the Colts keep this close with Flacco in there. Like you said, he's a veteran. He'll make the right throws. He'll find the open guys. Uh, the offense arguably looks a little bit better with Flacco in there as opposed to Anthony Richardson. The only difference is when Flacco did play, the run game really got bottled up a lot against teams that aren't very good at stopping the run. So, and that's just because you don't have a dual threat quarterback in Anthony Richardson. You have Joe Flacco, who's not going to run outside the pocket. So, if everything breaks down and a play breaks down, he will. We saw it in one of the weeks that he played. He broke off a 28 or 30-yard run, which is crazy to think of a 40-year-old quarterback doing that. But that's what Flacco brings to the table. Is just the veteran that makes the right choices. So, and honestly, whenever Flacco's in, all the receivers get way more production too. Josh Downs gets touchdowns. Pittman gets touchdowns. It's not just a deep ball home run 70-yarder from Richardson to Josh Downs or Alec Pierce. It's Flacco's finding the
Right.
guys and then they're making stuff happen with their legs. So that all being said, like you said, we're gonna take the Colts at 5.5 here in prime time. The Colts never get prime time games, and it's because of how bad we were 2 years ago when we were supposed to be really good. So that's just how the NFL schedules. That's what they do. If you're a bad team like the Panthers, they're not getting primetime games. There's a reason for it. If you're lucky, you'll get a Thursday night game, but they did their best job at least this year trying to get the primetime games back up to being really good matchups with really good teams. So good for the Colts. Vikings, we know what they are. They started the season 5-0, and then they lost. They're on a 2-game losing streak, correct?
Yep.
Exactly. So I don't see the Vikings losing this game to the Colts. Obviously, as a fan of the Colts, I want the Colts to win this game, but we'll
Right.
see. I like the Colts to be able to keep it close, though. All their games this year have been pretty close. So except for last week's against the Texans, but
They have been close, but when I was looking, it was a lot of 6 point losses. So that
mm-hmm.
kind of scares me a little bit. But going in, like I said, I think Flacco brings some life to this team, and they were able to beat a Steelers team that was healthy. Like, it wasn't like the Steelers were missing a bunch of players and they were able to beat them. And I'm pretty sure Joe Flacco played in that game, right?
Yeah, he did because Richardson got taken out. That was the
Right.
week
And
that he got
so
injured originally.
I love the Vikings have a good defense, but they're not the Steelers defense. Let's not get it twisted.
No, their secondary is better than the Steelers. The Steelers' front is better, in my opinion.
So, but what's your pick on the over under? You didn't say.
Over under, I like the over in this game with Flacco in there and a healthy Jonathan Taylor. We do have a better defense now just because Buckner's back, but I still see both these teams scoring points kind of how they want to. I think it'll be a little bit tougher for the Colts to score points, but Jonathan Taylor, once he starts going like third quarter, fourth quarter, like we could have a 14-point deficit and we could still come back because Taylor has that home run hit power. So,
Right.
mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. What do you like for your head-to-head pick?
Head-to-head pick since wait, did you say you're on the over or the under?
I'm on the over as well. I was on the under at first, and then I switched it. I was like, because I put Colts +5, and then I was like under 46.5, and then as I was thinking about it, I waffled, and I was like, you know what? There's no way the Colts win a low-scoring game. Like I don't trust their defense at all. So if they're gonna win this game, it's gonna be a high-scoring game, and they're gonna be able to win it, or at least to cover it, and it's gonna be high-scoring, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one too. That's why I like the over so much in this game. So give me the over here, over 46.5.
Okay, I'm with you. I've got the over for my head-to-head as well.
Yeah, I kind of
So.
figured you were gonna do it, but I also like even as a Colts fan, it's not my favorite pick of the week. Like taking 5.5 points on the Colts, but I do like it better than the Vikings 5.5 when they've lost the last two games and look like they haven't been able to really get back to where they were the start of the season, where like the offense was playing good enough to survive and the defense was shutting out games. So,
Right.
mhm.
Right. All right, let's jump into the parlays, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. Four pick parlay. I'll rattle mine off first. Really simple for you
Okay.
guys. Four pick parlay. You guys know how it works. If you don't, we just take four props from the game, whatever it may be. It's not like our Sunday video where we have to do props and touchdowns. We can do both if we want to. It's just four picks from the game. Get it in there. Plus 500, plus 2,000. You guys know how these things work. Come on. I'm going with
Yep.
Sam Darnold over 249.5 passing yards. Colts pass defense is not the best by far. It's one of the worst, like bottom. It's definitely bottom half of the league, but I wouldn't say it's the worst. But it's definitely one of them. Like you can throw all over the Colts if you want to. So I like Sam Darnold over 250 passing yards with Jefferson there. I love that. Big day for Jefferson. Then we got Jonathan Taylor 70 plus rushing yards. He looked great in his week back last week. Uh, Maybe his first game back last week, so he's going to keep that up. And with Flacco in there, if Flacco's under a lot of pressure and they're getting to the quarterback a lot, it's going to be a big, heavy run game for the Colts on Sunday. So I like that. And then Jefferson, 90 plus receiving yards. Like I said, you can throw on the Colts. I like that matchup a lot there for Jefferson. And then Aaron Jones, touchdown. That's what we're doing. The Colts' run defense isn't that good either. Aaron Jones should be able to get one on the ground. And then that parlay pays out plus 771.
Dang.
Yep.
You said Justin Jefferson for 90?
Yeah, 90 plus.
Okay. That's crazy. My parlay pays out just a touch below yours, and we'll
Oh,
see if you
okay.
like it better. You might like mine
I
better.
won't like yours better because I picked mine, but I might like
No, but
yours.
you haven't even heard it, and it pays, like I said, basically the exact same. Okay, so I've got Joe Flacco to throw 2 touchdowns, Sam Darnold to throw 2 touchdowns, Aaron Jones 100 plus rushing plus receiving, and then Jonathan Taylor 75 plus rushing plus receiving pays out plus 750.
I don't like that actually.
What?
I kind of do. I like the pick there with Flacco to get two touchdowns. I don't know if Darnold will do it like he should be able to.
He's got Hawkinson back, so he's going to throw one to him. He can throw one to AJ Aaron Jones if he wants to. Justin Jefferson's basically a lock
He's
for a touchdown
pretty
almost
much
every
gonna
week.
get one. Yeah.
So I mean, the only thing I looked up Flacco. He's thrown 2, 3, and 2 in the 3 games he played, so he's
Hmm.
good for 2 touchdowns. I didn't look up Darnold's touchdown numbers. I should have. Aaron Jones, we know what he's about. Like 100 plus rushing. I mean, you have Jonathan Taylor for 70 rushing yards. I'm 5 yards more than that, but I also get the catches.
Yeah, but my
So
odds on that are a little bit better. So.
true, true.
Hmm. But I don't mind. I don't mind your pick. Obviously, we do think it's going to be high scoring, so I can see both quarterbacks getting touchdowns. And like you said, now that you reminded me, the Hawkinson's back. Uh, yeah,
Right.
I do like Darnold to throw two because one will go to Jefferson, one will go to Hawkinson, and then you can have Aaron Jones run one in. and then we can all win on all of our
Sure.
parlays this week, which is going to be awesome.
That would be awesome. We both hit. Are you kidding?
Yep, exactly.
All right, let's jump into the final phase of this video, the touchdown scores. We give you
Uh,
guys usually 3 to 5. Matt likes to give out 5. He gives you
I give you
3 or
four.
4 plus
Four.
a
It's
big
four.
reach. I
It's
tend
four.
to do just 3. 4 plus a reach?
Yeah, it's 4 in a reach. Very rarely. I think I've
Okay,
done it
so 4 in a
once, or
reach.
maybe 2 games this year where I've done 4 in a reach. But it's
And I
just
usually
3.
do 3.
Yep. So we each give you
So
3, and then I usually give you a reach.
you want me to go first?
Yeah, good. I want to know what you
Okay,
have
so
that I might have too.
I've got all the favorites. So I got Jonathan Taylor. He's minus 165 on DraftKings, and as we know, FanDuel normally has better numbers for touchdown scores. So
Oh, they
we'll
do.
shop
Trust me, I can
around
tell you that
jumping
right
into it.
now.
I got Aaron Jones minus 140. I got Justin Jefferson minus 130, and then I actually added a fourth. This one's kind of a reach, but he's been good to me this year in fantasy at least. I got Alec Pierce at plus 400
Okay. He's at plus 400.
on DraftKings. Yeah.
Yeah, he might be even higher on FanDuel, but I think it's just because Pierce hasn't been like the go-to guy when Flacco's been playing. Uh, he had the one big game, but I mean,
Yep.
it's been Josh Downs. Like Josh Downs is the speed demon. He's also the guy that plays in the slot. Like he does all of it, and he's really good for only being a second-year player too. Just underrated because he plays for the Colts, in my opinion. We're trying to work through the quarterback situation. So I like your picks. I have 2 of them. I have Jonathan Taylor and Aaron Jones, obviously. Uh, like they're gonna run the ball. I think both of these teams, like the Vikings, have actually been pretty balanced this year when it comes to running and throwing the football. They like to do both, even though the run game hasn't been super strong this year either. Like I don't think Aaron Jones's numbers are really that good. I think he's had better years like in Green Bay. So definitely a learning curve there for them and some growing pains for Aaron Jones. But I do like them to continue to push the rock. That's what they've been doing all year. So I like that. The Colts, obviously with Taylor, they're going to be running the ball a lot too. And then I threw on Michael Pittman. He's at plus 200 on FanDuel.
Okay.
Him and Joe Flacco kind of get along well too. It's kind of like Joe Flacco just throws to him. Like that is the number one on the team, and he knows it. So he just throws it to him, and he's also, the bigger guy that runs the shorter routes because Alec Pierce is normally the deep threat guy. So Pittman's your guy that's like, running a 10-yard slant. So I like that there. And then I got a reach. My reach of the week this week is actually the highest that we've had on the year, and it's Minnesota defense. Just because Flacco's playing, I know that he's a veteran, but he took last week off. So if I don't know, by any means, I hope this doesn't happen, but by any means, if there is a sack, which the Vikings have been able to get after quarterbacks this year, if they can get that pass rush dialed up and they sack Flacco or he's mid throw, they could pick it, they could fumble six it. Like that's what I like a lot. Or even, return a punt, return
Sure.
a kickoff. Like I
Kick
love
off.
those options right there. Yeah. So, and a plus 750 is too good not to take. That literally pays almost as much as my parlay, which is crazy.
Right.
So had to throw that one in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I like Pittman. Pittman's a big, tall receiver. He's going to get open, and like you said, he is good at short range. So if they get to first and goal, and you're looking to throw, he's going to be definitely a target.
Yeah, when you have an experienced quarterback in the backfield, it's a lot different than having a rookie in Richardson that's only played 7 starts or 8 starts in the NFL. So that's just the difference right there. And Pittman is Mr. Reliable when you have somebody like that. We saw it last year with Gardner Minshew. And Gardner Minshew he is a veteran, but he's not as big of a veteran, obviously, as Flacco is. He hasn't been around for that long.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also just a really competent backup. And he was our starter last year once Richardson went out, and Pittman had a great year. So I like that a lot. There's a reason that we gave him, a contract extension in the offseason. So I like that a lot.
Right.
Those are our picks for the game. That's how we see the game going. Let us know in the comments what you guys think, where you guys see the game going, where you guys agree with us, disagree with us, all that fun stuff. But that's all I got for him, Al. Anything else you want to throw in there?
No, just as always, thank you guys for tuning in, and let's win all our bets and have a good game, and go Colts.